Hello, Satya. It's a pleasure to connect with you once again through your channel, Satya Sparkles. Today, we are going to talk about a word we use almost every day: stress. These days, stress has almost become a trendy term or a buzzword. But is it really an emergency siren or a wake up call?
To start with, I thank my viewers for their continued support, and my humble request to them is to listen to this conversation till the end. To answer to your first question, we need to understand whether stress is warning us of something urgent or just telling us to pay attention. Once we know that, we can decide how to respond effectively.
Before we go into the solutions, let me ask, can we live without stress at all in the first place?
Hold that thought for a moment. In fact, we'll return to it soon. First, let's understand what stress really means. Stress is the effect we create in our mind and body when we try to cope up with constantly changing situations. It's not something that exists in the environment itself, but it is about how we perceive and react to it. And that's the key point.
Are there facts or research statistics about stress?
Yes, nearly 80% of both physical and mental illnesses are generally linked to stress in some way or the other. Once reported in the UK, around 40 million workdays are lost every year due to stress related illnesses, costing the industry billions of pounds.
But stress is everywhere in life, isn't it?
Exactly. Students have exam stress, some adults may worry about EMI payments, and office workers juggle multitasking deadlines, and corporate managers face competition and project pressures, and families have stress-related relationship issues. Retirees face illnesses and loneliness, and yet the same situation doesn't cause the same intensity of stress for everyone. For example, many people fear speaking on stage, but for politicians, it is routine.
So the difference is in how we feel about the situation, right?
Correct. It is about perception. Even Winston Churchill, a great orator, felt intense stress when asked to speak on an unprepared topic. This shows that the same situation can cause positive stress or negative stress.
Positive stress. Oh, how is that possible? I thought that the word stress is always referred as negative.
Yes, positive stress called eustress actually motivates you, like the mild tension you might feel while listening to this talk, which helps you to focus. Distress, on the other hand, causes discomfort, anxiety, or even sadness.
Are there surveys about which life events cause the most stress?
Yes, 0 to 100 scale, death of a spouse 100%, and divorce 70%, imprisonment or legal trouble 60%, accidents or illnesses 50%, marriage and children related changes 40%, job loss 35%, and retirement 30%. These may vary across countries and cultures, but give us an idea.
Okay, now back to the earlier question. Can our life be totally stress free?
Honestly, no. You'll agree with me. A totally stress free life would be terribly boring, isn't it? Like a rubber band. It is useless if never stretched, but breaks if stretched too much. The goal is balance. Enough stress to keep life interesting, but not so much that it overwhelms you.
So, if we can't avoid stress entirely, what choices do we have?
We can avoid negative stress, whatever that is in our control, and whenever possible. But if not avoidable, we can only reduce it. But if not reducible, we should learn to manage it skillfully.
Yes, that's exactly what I would like to discuss about further. By the way, how does our body physically react to stress?
When we are exposed to distress situations, there are six main changes that happen instantly. Our eyes dilate for sharper vision, breathing quickens, heart rate increases, sweating cools our body, adrenaline is released for more energy, muscles get more blood supply, and also the brain releases a stress hormone called cortisol.
Yes, Satya, I have experienced these sometimes. What are the signs or symptoms of distress?
They can be physical, such as dizziness, sweating, trembling, breathlessness, palpitations, digestion problems, ulcers, skin issues, then headaches or migraines. At mental level, poor concentration, memory lapses, confusion, and panic attacks. At emotional level, depression, irritability, crying, neglecting self care, and behaviorally, eating changes, smoking, drinking excessively, nail biting, hypochondria, that is the false imagination about having diseases always. Occasional symptoms are normal, but frequent or long term ones need attention, definitely.
Can we predict stress before it happens?
Some stress is unpredictable. Sudden changes like death, accidents, or natural disasters. But some are predictable, like work events, pregnancy, marriage, parenting, unrealistic expectations, etc. But we should realize that preparing ourselves for the predictable ones helps reduce the negative impact drastically.
Can you explain the sources of stress in our day to day life?
Stress can come from external sources like environmental factors such as noise, bright lights, very high heat, cramped spaces, like that. Social interactions such as rudeness, bullying, harassment, and organizational issues that all we experience like strict rules, excessive procedures, office politics, and major events like illness, job loss, promotion, divorce, even daily hassles like losing keys, travel delays, machinery breakdown. And stress can also come from internal sources like lifestyle choices such as too much caffeine, irregular sleep, and overwork, negative self talk that may include pessimism, overanalysis, or even self criticism. Mind traps such as unrealistic expectations, taking things very personally, and rigid thinking, and some basic personality traits, for example, perfectionism, workaholism, addictions, like that.
What are the different types of stress that we may experience in our life?
There are many types of stress. Acute stress, that is the short term and intense, a chronic stress, that is the long term, emotional stress, grief or betrayal, and financial stress, debt, obligations, and techno stress, that is digital overload, and decision stress, that is fear of wrong choices, etc.
Once we know the causes of stress, how do we deal with it?
This is the most important question. Many of us may know some of this, but we don't consciously work on it. We should look at answer for this question in four different dimensions. That is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual dimensions. Let us explore one by one. Firstly, physical. Nutrition. Balanced diet approximately 50% carbohydrates, protein 30%, and fats 20%. Chew slowly and drink 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. And then exercise, cardio, that is walking or jogging, stretching, and strength training at least 45 to 60 minutes consistently. And secondly, mental dimension, self hypnosis, that is giving positive self suggestions or affirmations. I'll share my video link for this exclusive topic. You can see it later. Visualization, imagine achieving your goals already and take vacations, that is, take breaks for mental refreshment on and off. Thirdly, emotional dimension. Touch, hugs increase oxytocin, that is a feel good hormone, and it is also a happy chemical. Humor, see the life lightly, it relaxes muscles and boosts endorphins, which is also a neurotransmitter. And love in all forms. Friendship, we call it filio, and romantic, that is eros, and parental is called storge, and then universal or spiritual love that is called agape. Then music, listen or hum to calm tension. Sleep 6 to 7 hours minimum with both REM and non-REM stages. Let me explain these two types of sleep. REM sleep, that is rapid eye movement. This can occur 4 to 5 times in a night's sleep. It can last for about 45 minutes. It is during this stage that we have dreams. Our eyes keep moving around while watching the events that occur in our dreams. REM sleep improves our memory and removes the negative memories associated with the daily stress. Non-REM sleep, at this time, no dreams come. What is a complete satisfying sleep? It is both REM and non-REM sleep in the right amount in balanced manner. I have already recorded my in my video many methods to achieve this goal. You can watch and benefit. And finally, spiritual dimension, prayer with attention and good intention. Then meditation, stilling the mind through various methods that you can learn professionally, but the key is to do it consistently. And forgiveness, letting go of grudges that frees you internally. And finally, faith, belief in a positive outcome, like the boy who carried an umbrella to a drought praying meeting.
Any other broad conceptual guidelines that you recommend?
Take responsibility for your own growth, improve yourself, but not just your status. Invest in personal development, deserve before you desire. Enjoy your work, monitor your tension levels, value your health, plan to win, but win fairly. Remember, direction matters more than speed. These can be kept in our life dashboard. If we use these principles, we'll feel more peaceful in our life, even with stress around.
And finally, any last takeaway for our listeners?
Let's remember, pain is inevitable in life, but suffering is optional and it's our choice.
Oh, we have discussed many aspects related to manage stress effectively, and this discussion was very informative and enlightening. I am convinced that all the things we have spoken will help all of us to view our whole life blissfully and purposefully. Thank you very much, Satya, and we will connect for a discussion again on another interesting and useful subject soon.
Yes, I too hope that our conversation will surely be useful for the listeners. My request to them is to subscribe to my channel if not done already, give their valuable comments, and share my videos to their well wishers. We will meet in another post again soon. Until then, bye. Thank you very much.